Hello again, I'm Sean Keogh, prospective parliamentary candidate for UKIP for Erewash, and I want to talk today about this whole business of doing a deal and crashing out without a deal and so forth, which we hear so much about, and the dreadful, terrible results that will come if we don't make a deal with the European Union. Now, the point is that the referendum, when we had it in 2016, made no mention of doing a deal, except as something that we would do, if we wanted to, after leaving the European Union, if the European Union wanted to. And moreover, insofar as that was being spoken of, it was purely in terms of being able to trade with them on an equitable basis, which is to our mutual advantage. It was only about that. Now, Mrs. May then chose to leave the European Union via Article 50 of the treaty, instead of simply repealing the 1972 Act and walking away, as she should have done. Now, the Article 50 provides that you have 2 years to make a deal with the European Union or leave without a deal, unless, of course, all 27 members of the EU agree to an extension of time, which is where we're at the moment, arguing about that. Now, someone could therefore argue against what I'm saying, and they could say that a deal was implied all along, because if it's in the treaty, if it's in Article 50 that a deal can be negotiated, then perhaps, surely it was implied all along that there would be a deal. Well, if you want to argue that, then you also have to take this into account, that at the time of the referendum, we were told by the Prime Minister, David Cameron, that voting leave means that there will be no customs union, no single market, no European Court of Justice, no free movement. Now, much of that was said in order to frighten us, not to please us. He thought that saying those things would scare us into voting Remain. In fact, it didn't. We wanted it to be like that. But at any rate, the point is this. If you want to argue that a deal is implied within Article 50, well, you also have to accept that it is also implied by Mr. Cameron's words that such a deal will not contain a customs union, a single market, the European Court, free movement, and so on. It will simply be, whatever it is, something that is not about those things. Obviously, it would simply be about trading in a reasonable way with the EU. Anyway, thank you for listening. Please share, please retweet, that really helps.